What is up, guys? It's TimeForDillon, back at it again with another crypto video. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are awesome. If you're new here, subscribe, bell icon, get notified when I post new videos because it's all time sensitive. In today's video, what I have to do is talk about three things. Number one, we got to talk about MetaPXLZ, which, if you guys don't know, is the 3D counterpart to the original Dead Pixels collection. Number two, I want to talk about Clay Nation. Now, I'm sure you guys have already seen the massive partnership between Clay Nation, Snoop Dogg, and ChatMDC. But there were some other announcements that were made on the Discord that not a lot of people are talking about. And you guys need to know about this. So don't sell your clay until you watch this video. And then, of course, the last thing we have to talk about, of course, is Cardania. Namely, the on-chain resources and, of course, the prismatic terraform. So I'm going to make sure to cover all this in today's video, so make sure you guys stay tuned until the end so you don't miss out on any of this important information. And of course, before we get started, let's take a look at the market. Heading on over to CoinMarketCap, you can see the market is up to 1.23% today. We're sitting at $2.14 trillion. Now, of course, Bitcoin this past week has been up and down, hovering around this $45,000 to $47,000 range. And of course, we know the reason why the price keeps going up is because Terra Luna keeps acquiring Bitcoin. And that's because they aim to create a stable coin that will be backed by Bitcoin, first of its kind. Of course, Ethereum still up on the week, up almost 6%, sitting right around $3,500. Gotta love it. And of course, Cardano still hovering right around that $1.20 range. But anyway, moving on along to the first topic of today's video. Dead Pixels coming out with the MetaPXLZ. I already brought you guys a video talking about this project and telling you guys why I really think it's a good idea to scoop up some of these. Namely because if you look at the announcement on the Discord, it clearly states that these will be required to gain access to the metaverse for the Dead Pixels collection, which is huge. Now, when I brought you guys that video, the floor price was hovering right around 200, and as you guys can see now, the floor price has 3x'd. Last night in particular, the floor price was right around 700. So I'm super excited to see where this floor price is going to go. I personally think that the price is going to go much higher. Realistically, I could see it going as high as the Genesis collection. There is a big distinguishable difference between the Genesis collection and the MetaPXLZ. And that, of course, is that the MetaPXLZ will not be able to be used in the game that will come out in the future. There is talks that these MetaPXLZ will actually grant you ding if you hold on to them. And if you guys don't know what ding is, I highly suggest you do some research, head on over to the Discord and see what's going on. Basically, this is going to be a token for the ecosystem that's going to be used for everything. The game, the metaverse, and everything in between. And it's super exciting that for a fraction of the price of the original Dead Pixels collection, you can manage to scoop up some of the ding, which I think is pretty awesome. Now, I will say this, it's not confirmed yet. This week, we're going to see the rollout of the version 3 white paper. So just hang tight, wait until that drops, because that will be the official confirmation of what is actually going to play out with these MetaPXLZ. But overall, I'm super excited about this. Glad that I picked one up, already at a 3x. Gotta love it. But anyway, moving on along to the second topic of today's video. Clay Nation, I'm sure you guys saw this tweet. Snoop Dogg partnering up with ChatMDC and the Clay Nation to bring you some iconic collectibles, unreleased music, and limited edition pitches. Now, the pitches, this is actually what I wanted to talk about in today's video because I know you guys already saw this. But I did want to just bring it to your attention that since this announcement, we have seen volume go crazy for these collections. And the floor price pretty much 3x for both the original Clay Nation collection and the good Charlotte collection, which is insane. So even if you manage to get just a good Charlotte, you guys are probably up big time. You're probably loving life because, hey, we love profits. So I'm very excited about that. But back to the pitches. This is really what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Now, this announcement was made yesterday. And this is a massive announcement, guys. This is the announcement for the land plots for the Clay Nation metaverse that will be coming out in the future. Now, this is what you guys need to know. Fake Nation, Sonic Village, and the Underworlds are areas within Clay Nation, our upcoming virtual environment or metaverse, if that's what you guys want to call it. Check out the Clay paper, useful links for more info on what the Clayverse is all about. You guys can definitely go check that out. But the important dates are this. Fake Nation, it's going to be on April 10th. Time's going to be announced in the future. There's going to be 12,600 pitches. And this right here is very exciting, guys. Every one of one pitch will be paired with a collectible Clay Snoop NFT. This will act as a key to future unreleased content. So this is massive, guys. Huge, huge, huge. You need to make sure that you're paying attention to this. April 10th is going to be very important. If you're super excited about this partnership between Snoop Dogg and Clay Nation, you need to pay attention. You need to make sure that you get one of these plots, because this is going to be the key that locks you into this content, guys. The unreleased one-of-one Snoop Dogg content that's going to be released explicitly for Clay Nation. So don't miss out. And this right here is very important. A public sale with 1,000 spots reserved for Clay Nation holders and 500 reserved for Good Charlotte holders will take place. And I think this is super cool because it's going to allow people that maybe don't have 2,900 ADA to drop on a Clay Nation. It'll give them a chance to get exposure to this project, which I think is very awesome. Of course, Sonic Village and Underworld pre-sale, that's also going to take place on the 10th of April. And the deal is this: there's 10,000 pitches reserved for the Clay Nation holders. And then of course, the Underworld is going to be the same exact thing for the Good Charlotte's holders. So I think that's awesome that they're doing both. They're reserving some plots just for the holders, which is awesome. And then they're also going to have some other plots that are open to the public. I think it's a great idea. Gives everyone some exposure. Everyone gets a chance to get a piece of the pie. I respect it. I love it. Real quick reminder, save the dates. On the 5th, 1800 UTC, that's when we're going to have the Snoop, Champ, Charles Hoskinson, Clay Nation Twitter Spaces. And then of course on the 10th, that is when we're going to have the sale for the land. So mark your calendar. Make sure you guys are sick. Call out of work that day. You don't want to miss out. Anyway, moving on along to the last topic of today's video, we got to talk about Cardania. And Cardania is really bringing some heat this past week with two major announcements. Number one, on-chain resources, which are essentially the resources that are on your Terraform land itself. Now, I'm sure you guys that have some Terraforms know that each Terraform has specific traits that are unique to that specific Terraform. Whether you have a cursed lake, you have some type of fancy altar, your power level is 9, whatever the case, each one has specific traits, and those specific traits will correspond to these different resources. Now, of course, this is just an announcement, just giving you guys a heads up of what's to come in the future. Now, they still need to integrate this into the Living Lands harvesting feature. So I'm sure there will be more announcements that come in the future. But right now, I think it's just exciting that they dropped this. Just a little bit of a teaser of what's to come in the future and show you that they're still developing behind the scenes. And then, of course, you guys knew this was coming, the prismatic terraforms. So Cardania basically said that anyone holding all of the different founders cards will open themselves up to the availability of getting airdropped a prismatic land. And that took place just a couple days ago. And this is super awesome because there are only 195 prismatic terraforms that will ever exist, and they have in fact been airdropped to the holders. Coming on over to jpg.store, we can see that these terraforms are not cheap. They're going like hotcakes. $55.55 for the cheapest one out there. However, it's just very exciting because they're holding true to their promises, they're delivering, and people are happy. I'm sure you guys have seen the various tweets on Twitter of people showing off their terraforms, saying how happy they are that they actually got one in their wallet. So it's very exciting. I'm super pumped and bullish on Cardania. I'm sure you guys know I've been talking about Cardania since before their first mint. But hey, that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys made it this far, you guys are awesome. Smash that like button, drop a comment down below, and of course, subscribe to the channel. I try to bring you guys information about Cardano and Cardano NFTs alike. If that sounds like something you're interested in, follow along. I also try to do some giveaways on Twitter, so if you like making money with crypto, follow along, baby. But you guys have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are. Dylan is out.